Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Thanks, where we are not sure if we are thankful or just pretty little things. So, this show is about curiosity meeting adventure. So, I'm your host today, JP, and we will be taking you on a journey across the globe. No passport required. From hidden gems tucked between ancient streets to breathtaking landscape that leave even seasoned travelers speechless. We will be counting down 10 top 10 destinations in the world. Okay, so we have two guests today. We have Marian and Sha. Today, you're not just guests, okay? You are explorers that are about to embark on a journey across the globe. So we will take this as a game since we have 10 top destinations in the world. I will be giving clues in case you won't be able to guess some of these destinations, okay? We are talking about countries this time, right? Are you guys excited?
Yeah, I'm so excited. And thank you so much, JP, for having us here today.
Yes. Have you, who among you have traveled outside of the country this year?
Yeah, me. I actually tried multiple countries this year.
Wow. Is it the perks of working as a freelancer as well, or no?
Yeah, that's one of the perks actually. I get to travel a lot, but not just outside the country, but I also maximize the tourist spot here in the Philippines.
Can you give me one example of, a local destination
Yeah,
you have
I
visited
actually
this year?
traveled just last October in Sikihor,
Wow. The place of horror, Sikihor.
the place of
Isn't it made of they would always there are myths about Siki horror. This is like the origin of Philippine vampires, aswangs. Aswang were some type of mythical creature here in Philippines.
witchcraft.
Is it true?
It's actually part of their
No.
culture.
Mm.
The witchcraft thing, they are actually like they're using it as an attraction for the tourists.
Did they have like academy for witchcraft? Have they taught you how to curse someone? A real curse, a spell? No.
No, no, not like that.
I wish I could have that. I'm gonna curse the Philippines if that would be so. Okay, thank you, Sha. How about you, Marian? Have you traveled somewhere local this year?
Yes, recently I'm sorry, this month it was Baguio and San Pablo.
Wow, Baguio. Baguio is the Baguio Beans capital in the Philippines. Do you agree? Or
Yeah,
no? Is it different? It's different.
I think
It's
that
at Baguio Beans.
it's not.
It's summer capital. I thought its summer capital is Leyte. Summer Leyte. That that's just a joke, okay. When I visited Baguio last time, it's raining and I didn't enjoy it. I wasn't able to go outside, go out in that market. It's raining. I don't want to go. It's foggy. How about the time you visited Marian? Is the
Mm.
weather good?
It was actually fantastic. Same experience I had last Christmas with Baguio. We were able to maximize our 5 day stays, just rainy and foggy. I'm sorry,
Rain,
sunny and foggy.
sunny and foggy. That's a good weather. Because when we went, it's just rain and rain. I think there's a tropical storm at the time, and Baguio is signal number three. Imagine you're on a vacation, but you just stayed home. You paid for a place. That's a waste of money for me. I did travel this year, and one of the most memorable destination I have. Even if you don't ask, I'm gonna state it so our viewers or listeners can comprehend it as well. Bukidnon. So like Baguio, it has a good weather. Bukidnon. Who have been to Bukidnon?
I
Sha,
haven't
Marian, have you?
I haven't tried it yet, but yeah, I saw it. There's a lot of good spots in Bukidnon, right? So one of my friends actually went there and they enjoyed it. So I that's also one of my or part of my bucket list this coming year. I would try to visit Bukidnon. But yeah, thank you for sharing that as well. JP.
It's so wonderful in Bukidnon. You could stay in a mountainside, renting a tent, you know, and then enjoying a really beautiful view like New Zealand. Anyways, let's no longer talk about some local destinations because today we have a budget. Let's use our imagination to travel outside the country. Okay. And this time we will be guessing what are the top 10 destinations of year 2024 in the world. So this will be based on the number of international travels in that country. Okay? And the reference for this um list is the United Nations World Tourism Organization. Wow. That's big, right? Of course, we can source out this information. Let's try to guess. It start with Sha. Give me a country and then let's see if that's part of the top 10 destinations in the world.
Switzerland.
Switzerland? No, it's not part of the top 10 destinations. I'm so sorry.
Oh.
Minus 1 point. How about you, Marianne? Try to guess.
I would say London.
London. So that should be in United Kingdom. United Kingdom is included. That's the top 7 destination
Oh,
in the
that's.
world. So
Can I get
it
another
has
one?
you would have a chance later on, okay? But let's go with United Kingdom with a total international arrival of 41.8 million. Wow. 41.8 million that is estimated. I think one of the reasons is because of the Jet to holiday. Is it
Probably.
is it last year or it's only this year
This
with
year.
the
Yeah,
trending?
just this year. Just this
This
year.
year, okay. They
Okay.
would have a booming maybe they would go on a higher position for year 2025, but in 2024 they are number 7, United Kingdom.
Oh,
Right.
that's actually
Jet
cool.
to holiday. Darling, hold my hand. Isn't it amazing? Those type of social media things that like make people go around. So United Kingdom, do you have any idea what local destinations or some tourist spots that people might enjoy? Why did they visit United Kingdom?
Mm,
Hmm.
because of the yeah the launch like the tower, the Eiffel Tower.
The Eiffel Tower. I think that's in France
Oh,
for
in
the
fact,
Eiffel Tower.
but it's part
You're
of
advanced. You're so advanced, Sha. But I like it. We're almost there, okay? But there's a tower in London as well. The clock tower, the Big Ben,
Ben.
right? So Big Ben started when he was young. What was his name when Big Ben is young? He is Ben 10, right?
Oh my
Is he Ben 10? Yes, Ben 10 became Big Ben after. So that's a
oh,
famous clock. Yeah. That is where he came from. It's 10 because normally the hour should be 12, right? So um Big 10 only have 10 hours. So when he
grew up.
reached adulthood, right? it's already 12 hours. So
It's
that's the reason why we have the Big Ben.
okay.
Understood?
Yeah,
Okay, you're learning.
I like your story.
You're learning. Very good. How about you, Marian? Other destinations that you think is very, people would want to visit once they're in London or in United Kingdom. By the way, London is the third largest city that has been visited in the world. That's the third largest city. Wow, good job, London. What else aside from Big Ben?
Mm,
Mm,
um
okay.
I think one of that is Queen Elizabeth. Queen Elizabeth died last year, if I could remember,
oh.
right? So a lot of people visited United Kingdom because of that incident. It's a global phenomenon. Like it would affect the whole scale, global
The
scale.
London Bridge, like the London Bridge.
Yes. When did it fall down? Fell down. The London Bridge.
So yeah, that's
Is
the
it still
London.
alive? If it's
Yeah,
fell,
it is. It's
yes.
still part of their tourist spot, top tourist spot.
History.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and
What else do you think is part of it? So we have, if Mall of H have MOA Eye, we have London Eye, big Paris wheel that they have in London, right? If you
oh,
have eyes, London have eye as well. So
like the
that's a
giant
correlation.
fiction wheel. Yeah, okay. So
Yes.
I'm learning from you. I'm learning from you. The London Eye was not actually. I don't have any much information about the London Eye, but so
They
at least when I go to London, those are the spots that I'll be visiting too as well.
Yes, I just really wish that London would really, upgrade their game. If there's London Eye, why not add London Ear, London Mouth, right? And
Yeah,
London Nose. Maybe it would be their ranking in the top destination would be higher, right? I think that's an even better propaganda for their tourism.
I,
They should hire me, right? For United Kingdom. Now, thank you so much. So that's top 7 for United Kingdom. Now, Sha, you can guess another country.
maybe Dubai, the UAE, in UAE.
Du- Dubai. Let's see if Dubai is part of the top destination.
No,
No.
oh,
Dubai is not part. Nah.
let me guess another one.
Okay, we'll give you a chance. But there's definitely something different with Dubai, okay? Dubai is a city, but they are the seventh city with most
Safe.
international arrival of
Oh,
18.2. But that's city. We're talking about country this time. Okay, international arrival per country. So United
mm,
Arab Emirates is not part because they do usually have connecting flights in Dubai, right? United Arab
mm,
Emirates, but they don't consider it as like really arrival of the people because they don't scan the passport and whatnot. They
okay.
wouldn't
So
leave the airport.
here's my guess. So since I
Okay.
I mentioned earlier the Eiffel Tower, so France.
How
I
does
know
Miss
that
Universe
word.
France mention their name in Miss Universe pageant? France. I still remember that they made a meme out of it on social media. France. Okay, so that's how France is number one. Wow, congratulations, you hit the top spot.
Congrats.
France with 102 million. Wow. It's like 103 million Filipinos by Catriona Gray. So that's 102 million arrivals in 2024. Good job, France. And what is their top destination? Most
Of course,
probably
the Eiffel Tower.
I fell down. It's not Eiffel Tower because I fell down.
I
I
felt that.
fell I fell back. how we play with words. I'm loving it. That's how really language evolves in time with playing with words. Eiffel Tower, we should really be a top destination. In France, there's a lot of pickpocketers. I think with the 102 international arrivals, the 2 million is from Heart Evangelista. If you
Yeah.
know Paris Fashion Week. Yes, they do. How about what can you say about France being the top one country in 2024, Marian?
They deserve it since they have a lot to offer, especially with the tourist spots.
Yes. What do you call the church that would be an island when it's high tide and would be different when it's low tide? Is that Saint Michael? We could try to Google that. Saint Michael. I think that's Saint Michael's church. Mm.
I
It's a really
the only
beautiful
spot that I know in France is the Eiffel Tower.
because Eiffel Tower. The reason it became
Mm,
Eiffel because I fell back. People
yeah.
people fell from the towers, and because of that incident, it was named Eiffel Tower. People fall in
And
love.
yeah, I felt for you. But yeah, most of their spots or their tourist spots there, it's really hard to pronounce. That's the reason why the only thing that I know is the Eiffel Tower because the places there, right? The name of the places are really hard to
Yes,
pronounce because it's
I
French.
think one thing about France as well. I remember last year they um hosted the Olympics,
Mm-hmm.
right? So they hosted the Olympics and it was like really, really beautiful the way they host it. Wow, because they hosted it, of course they're gonna host it with what they usually have. And just itself hosting that, it means there's a lot of international travel that will happen that year. Imagine if Philippines would host an Olympic.
Mm, yeah.
This is a question. How many percent of the Olympic budget would be corrupted by officials? Of course, we're not talking about that here. Okay? Because that's not really important. Let's go back to the thing for France. Huge factor is the Olympics. People would gather there. I think Paris Fashion Week is a huge factor. Like there's really a
Ah, the
influx of
Paris Fashion
people.
because of
Yes, of course.
party Baguista.
Yeah. Art Evangelista and Pia, where's
We're
back?
back.
So I fell, and then there's Pia, where's back? So I fell. Your back
The,
came first. That is
the,
when Pia
yeah,
arrived, right?
yeah.
Yeah. So there's no need for you to feel pressured, Marian, because we're all professional here, remember. The things I'm saying shouldn't be quoted in international TV, okay? These are purely based on our imagination, but some of it are facts, like what has been mentioned by the United Nations World Tourism Organization. Okay. Now, number 1 and number 7 have been revealed.
Yeah.
Marian, what country are you going to suggest next, which is part of the top 10 destinations in the world for the year 2024?
Um, Japan.
Mm,
Japan. Let's see if Japan is included in our list. Dun, 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 dun.
I think.
Congratulations, Japan is top 9.
Wow.
Wow, top 9.
That's actually one
Yeah,
of that's my dream travel destination in Asia
me as
because
well.
there's
Right? I want to see dancing Pikachus. Remember the I'm a fan of Pokemon since I was a kid. I still remember. I'm already in
mm,
college, but I'm still wishing, the greatest wish that I have is for Pokemon to be realized in reality. So imagine if they're alive. Like I don't think we would have problem with global warming. Like some Pokemons could manipulate the weather. Like some Pokemons, like Charmander, you can cook on its tail, or Charizard, because they're
Sure.
just pure flame, right? What? Why do you think Japan has a big international arrival for year
Because of their culture.
2024?
I think because of
About
their
Mount
culture.
Fuji.
Yeah. Culture, Fuji,
Mhm.
yes, they're all included. What else? Universal Studios? I think so.
The Tokyo, because the most
Yeah,
popular they
most
visit
they
Tokyo.
visited Tokyo. It's a prime destination. I watched some news like 3 days ago or 4 days ago. It was mentioned like with imagine it's 36.9 million um arrivals, international arrivals. 12 million of that is from China only. Wow.
Oh, and the population
Yes.
is so huge, right? They
Yeah,
occupy
Tokyo is
the whole Japan.
there is a possibility so they can own the country. So they look the same, I think, since we're all Asian. Let's have to admit it. Most of our Asian countries, our Asian cousins in the Eastern Asia, so that's China, Korea, and Japan. They they almost look identical, right?
Yeah, they have like
So
resemblance.
you really resemble those slanted eyes and whatnot. That's
It's
white
hard to
porcelain skin.
it's hard
Hmm.
to identify if it's Korean, Japanese, Chinese, right? So maybe when they talk, that's just the only time that you would know that which country they from, right?
Yes, if they talk like what country is that? It's Japanese,
Japan,
right? So they usually have that kind of thing. And
like
if
the
they talk
R
like and and
sound,
so
Korea.
for our viewers or listeners, so those the type of thing is just like us trying to mimic an impression of the accents we are hearing from these countries. Okay, if that's it's like Ilocano here in Philippines, right? We it's like we have the same language in Korea. Napanan nyo, ante, right?
Oh,
They
okay.
sounded the same. So that's just an example, okay? That's just an example, right? Isn't it amazing to have? And also with China, I love China. I don't know why, because I think I love chili garlic. That's one of the huge contribution that they have in the world, chili garlic, right? It's just really good. For
Actually,
Japan,
I was
go ahead.
surprised that China was part of like because before when you say China, it's just China. Now when it comes to destination, there's actually a lot of good destinations that you can visit in China. And I'm surprised that the Shanghai was actually the level of the tourist spot in China. It's actually
Wow.
amazing. So that's something that I also want to visit the Shanghai, because I know that it's actually extraordinary when it comes to like AI,
Hmm.
like it's more in advance. Before I thought that's Japan. Now it's actually China is ruling the game now in
Yeah,
terms
imagine.
of
I
that
have
technology.
mhm. I have watched a documentary before. Imagine the brand Huawei in
Mm-hmm.
China. It was banned in the US and some parts of
Yeah.
a lot of parts in Europe, right? Because um Huawei would usually use sell their technology to different countries. They have been banned. Huawei have their own university in China, and that's a really big university that looks like Silicon Valley. And they have like um the dormitories there looks like you're in Europe. I was like, I wanted to study here. Like they are
Mhm.
trying to pay for people to study
Yeah.
and contribute with their research in chips, micro and nanotechnology. Wow. I was mind blown at the time. Like, yeah, China is really, you know, really great with that kind of prosperity that they have. Sadly, China is not part of the top 10 destinations for the year 2024. Okay. Aside from Japan, Sha, do you think what other countries,
Uh,
it's a
Spain.
top destination? Spain. Oh shoot, you are getting the top one and two. So Spain
Wow.
is top two.
Yeah, because most of the time I heard it that Spain is actually a good tourist spot or tourist destination. Right. But I haven't been there. But I love to. When you go there, I think you will spend a lot of money, right?
Yeah,
So
I think
first
so.
one is like the Barcelona. I think when I think the specific, like for example the Eiffel Tower and Spain, right? So they came to, or they come to Eiffel Tower because let I don't know the term, but the couples are actually attracted to go to Eiffel Tower. So in Spain, I think Barcelona is the top destination in Spain
Destination
because of
in Spain.
somehow like same with the Eiffel Tower. Like I don't know, but I guess that's it.
Mm, yeah, I think so. See, there's really a lot of tourists
Mm-hmm.
every day in Barcelona.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine that, like the whole street in Barcelona was just really filled with people. There's a lot of pickpockets there as well, right? I
Mm-hmm.
think one factor that would affect why there's a lot of people in Barcelona is because of their leniency when it comes to um visas. Like they have a lot
Mm.
of countries
Oh, I see.
where it's like you don't
What?
need some a lot of powerful visa. And like, for example, Philippines, you
Mm-hmm.
could stay in in Spain for 2 years, and if you stay for 2 years you can also gain citizenship.
Mm, I see.
Same goes with what they have with Mexico. So the contract they have with Philippines, almost the same clauses they have with Mexico and some other countries that they have invaded colonial times. So
Um,
that's one factor as well. Imagine a lot of Filipinos going there.
mhm. Yeah, that's actually a good one.
All right. It's a really good country. And the language itself, I think it's easier because Latin, they use Spanish, right? Which is being spoken by. It's this. Is it the second or third largest language to be spoken? The largest should be Mandarin, and next is
Mm.
English.
Oh, that's
Third
cool.
would be Spanish
Yeah.
per population, of course, per population, if we would base it. So it's very inclusive. Like people would be able to understand, better when there goes. So not only Barcelona, but there are other destinations as well, like UST. Of course, that's a different.
US, UST is part of the Philippines. Oh,
España.
Oh, that's Philippines? I thought it's España. So that's different. What can you say, Marian?
Um, Spain is one of my bucket lists, especially with their um
mm-hmm.
Hmm.
cathedral. I think I've been wanting to see how the artwork or sculptures made from cathedral itself, since one of them is the oldest.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, it
What's
seems
the
that Marian
church
has
that they're trying to?
it seems that Marian knows the history of Spain.
Yes. So, what year was it flooded? Just joking. That's different. Because every time it would rain in España, Manila, that's a different story. Just a little bit of rain, and you would see a puddle of water. That puddle of water in another minute would be a river. Okay, very normal thing. I studied. It's really hard studying España, right? I
Yeah.
still remember when I was in college, like, hey, España, I swam. Yes, there's history of us swimming and that floody water in España, Manila. Okay. What was the name of these? It's Sagrado Familia. right? The name of the church is it already finished? The Sagrada Familia, the really old church they're trying to, you
to
know,
build.
get to build.
Mm-hmm.
So that's Sagrada Familia. Now, Marian, it's your turn to shine. What do you think is another destination, top country for international arrival?
Um, I would say Rome or Italy.
Italy. Okay, Italy is number five.
Wow.
You guys are really so good in this guessing game. So top five for Italy. Why do you think they have, this type of influx in arrivals? Was it last year where the new pope has been
Mm,
announced?
I'm not sure.
I think so, right? Last year? It might have an impact for 2024. Or Italy just itself was really a good destination. We have
Mhm.
Milan. Is it in
Yeah.
Milan in Italy? What else? I only
Um,
know Milan,
the Colosseum.
the Colosseum. I think Rome is another country if we would consider it. Oh, Vatican
Yeah.
City is considered
But
another country. It's just a tiny bit of speck of a country. It's just a city, but it's considered a country.
mhm.
What else aside from Italy? Is it the olive trees? No, I don't think so. You're going to Italy just to see
the,
those olive trees.
I think
Wow.
it's Florian because of the
Yeah,
art and
yeah,
architecture.
Venice,
Yeah.
Florence. Wow. Yeah, Florence, Italy. Even Venice is part of Italy. Yeah, there are really good destinations. Have you
For
heard
Venice, like
the
the
news last
Grand
like a
Canal.
few days ago where they tried to dye the Venice with color green?
Mm.
Have you heard of that?
Yeah.
Yeah, they do
I
some people who's protesting.
mm, I haven't heard that. Yeah.
Yeah, and people are criticizing them like you're fighting for the nature, but you're trying to, dirty nature. It's like okay, and people nowadays really don't know what to do. Of course, I'm not citing things and whatnot. I just, um, if they can educate me, please reply. Okay, send me an email so I could invite you as a guest here in my podcast as well. Okay, of course, this is a podcast. All right, so that's Italy.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what
There's
are
actually
Italy is
another
such a really
yeah, there's
destination?
actually another
Mm-hmm.
destination in Italy. I remember like the Sicily. I don't know if I pronounce it
Oh
correctly, but
yeah, Sicily.
that's it has the largest island beaches like Asian history like the Palermo. Yeah, that's something that I also want to visit because I love beaches. So here in the Philippines we have a lot of beaches, right? But to be honest, when I visited other countries, I haven't saw a beautiful beach same as the Philippines. So I'm trying to look for like beaches outside the or
Mhm.
from a different country that would actually defeat the Philippines. So I think
Wow.
Sicily I would I actually check in the internet so they have like a pretty beaches. So that's something that I also wanna visit in the future.
Something that we can consider good for
Yeah.
Sicily. I might be with because it's not a landlocked area. So when we say landlocked area, so these are countries that don't have any access to the sea. For example, Switzerland, that's a landlocked area. Italy is not a landlocked area. They have access to the sea. So um it might be pertaining to this Sicily, and they have like a lot of cruise ships. It's a destination. Mediterranean cruise is a top tier destination for people, right? So you're visiting a lot of countries. So it would include Greece, it would include Spain, Portugal, and even Italy. So those countries are being included to that. Wow. I hope,
Actually,
and just pure imagination, of course, because nothing can stop us now.
yeah.
Then we can build street together, right? Standing strong together. Was it different? Okay. No, it's a song, right? From nothing gonna stop us now. Okay. That's what we have for Italy. And by the way, I wanted to add something. The food in Italy is just so good.
Fantastic, right?
I tried in Mama Lou's kitchen, their Italian food.
Yeah,
Mama Lou's.
the Mama Lu.
599. Yes, 599. They would have a Anli pasta. Have you tried the Anli pasta in Mama Lou's kitchen?
I haven't I haven't tried the anli, but I tried the pasta. That's actually really good.
They have a really good pasta. Sometimes they do
Mm-hmm.
have promo. Usually it's September for their promo of their Only pasta. 699, 699 pesos. I don't
Wow,
think
you
I think I
tried.
haven't tried it this September. So because I visited a doctor and I
Oh,
found out I have fatty liver, a mild fatty liver, and I was like, oh no, I need to do a diet. I can no longer drink. I can no longer eat a lot. I need to manage my weight because of mild fatty liver. So that's an
oh,
effect. Some sacrifices I have to do when I was younger because you go samgyup all the time.
yeah.
If
Yeah.
you're familiar with samgyeopsal, people, our listeners, samgyeopsal is like a Korean um barbecue.
Barbie.
Okay, so
Yeah.
it's
Okay.
people who work in BPO whenever
Yeah.
it's time, whenever they have,
Heyday.
they have their salary comes from the word Italian word sal, which means salt. Okay. That's right. So it's salary. Whenever they just had their pay, they would go with Sangyup a lot of times. No? And after that, they're no longer millionaire and they have realized they can no longer afford and be in poverty for the next 14 days. So that's a history of being a BPO employee.
Oh, you're not sure. Sometimes it just takes
Most, I
a
think
week.
most, like let's just say 30%. Is it 30%? Let's let's go 20%. Okay. With that possibility. All right. So we already have France, Spain, Italy, United Kingdom, Japan.
Japan.
What else? What
I
country do
think
you
it's
think is?
Turkey.
hmm Turkey?
Uh huh.
Turkey. Okay. Turkey is our top four destination. Wow, you have it. It's 28,
Oh,
29. Turkey. Yes. So with 60.6. Don't mind my joke. Okay. 60.6 million arrival Turkey. Why do you think so? They
I
have
think
a lot of tourists in Turkey.
because of Cappadocia, the hot air balloon.
Cappadocia,
Yeah,
perfect.
the hot
I
air
have
balloons.
to
That's
agree.
actually that's my dream travel destination
It's a dream
over the
travel
world.
destination for me as well. Imagine those
Cappadocia.
hot air balloons, right? Oh my God. How about you, Marian? What is your take with Turkey being the top four destination?
I'm familiar with the Turkey itself, but not with the great tourist spot on it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I think one factor that we could look at it, if I would analyze it, Turkey is a melting pot, right? It's a really big melting pot of culture. So you have a lot of Christians, you have a lot of Muslims and whatnot, and it's near Syria, it's near Georgia, it's near Lebanon, it's near Israel, it's near Jordan, and what what is happening in the world right now. So a lot of immigrants is arriving. So that we can say not only destination but also a haven for people who lost their home. And I think Turkey have opened up their gates for these people who have lost of home because of the war that happened, for last year. I think that there's a possibility of that as well. Okay.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
yeah, Turkey is a really big country. It's a really big country. I still remember
You know
when I
what?
was
I
like,
was surprised.
mhm.
I just to share with you guys. I thought Philippines has the worst traffic in the world, but when I checked
Mm.
the Google, I was surprised that is Turkey. The Istanbul is the
Oh,
most traffic city in the whole wild world.
as is that as of 2025? Oh my
You may
God.
check. I was surprised because one time when I was driving, I'm so
Peace
mad at the
off.
traffic,
Yeah.
right? So
Hmm.
during that time, I was have a time to check who is the top most traffic in the world or most top country that has a really bad traffic. So I was surprised that is Turkey, like the Istanbul. So that's something
Mm,
that we all
okay.
knowledge
Wow. That's really new
because
with
they have
this
a lot of
with
probably
it's my
they
first
have a
time
lot
knowing
of
that. I
yeah.
thought it's Bangkok because there's it's
No.
a worse traffic in Bangkok, right?
And
They
you
have
know what?
really worse traffic before. Like
You know
they
what?
do have midwives in the
Oh,
street in Bangkok, and giving birth on the road is really normal in Bangkok
because of the traffic. But you know what?
because of the
Philippines is
traffic.
only at the top 13 most traffic country.
Mm.
Right.
Wow. Good job, Philippines. At least you're not the worst in the traffic. Anyways, if you go to EDSA at rush hour and then it rained, oh my God. You from Greenfield to Taguig, 3 hours, baby. You Imagine that. Like España to Pampanga is only 2 hours, but Greenfield to Taguig is 3 hours. What's going on, world? What's going on, universe? We don't know what's really happening, but it's reality. Those traffic. Thank you for bringing that to our table, chat. I think looking at the map right now. Yes, I'm currently looking at the map. So it's near Georgia, Armenia. Armenia is a really good country.
Yeah.
It's cold. They have Istanbul. Yeah, Istanbul is traffic because it's an intersection. Um, Europe to Asia. It's Europe to Asia. It's an
Oh,
intersection. Oh, and that is where we could see the thickest bridge in the world.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
Istanbul. Yep,
Yeah.
perfect, perfect. Okay, let's try to guess the next country. So we have France, Spain, Turkey, Italy, United Kingdom, and Japan. What else?
How about you,
Um,
Marian? Try to guess.
I mean, I would say China because of the Great Wall of China. Um, what else? Macau, Shanghai.
Hmm. Let's see if China is included. Dun, 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 dun. And China is not in our top um country
Destination.
destination. However, Hong Kong, which is, we could consider a state in China, is top four for their international arrival as a
Mm,
city. Okay, as a city. So that's top four. Number one for city is Thailand. They're really acing their tourism, right, in Thailand. So there's a lot of cheap things here.
mm-hmm.
Hmm, good. Okay.
Because they have a lot of
So you can
tourists.
have another guess. Morgan, I'm giving you a chance. Let me give you a clue. This is the Miss Universe winner of 2024.
If you
Very dramatic.
watch the previous
You're not
universe.
I
watching pageant?
I
Okay.
wa- um it was something Victoria, but I was not sure how to pronounce the name, or was it Victoria? I'm not sure.
For the country she represents for Miss Universe
Country.
for
Oh,
2024, the winner, or 2025, the winner of
oh,
2025 Miss Universe. Oh
that
my
would be
God.
Mexico.
Mexico is number six with 45 million arrival. Okay. Do you think what are the top, the tourist destinations for Mexico?
Not
Is
familiar with
Machu
Mexico,
Picchu
but I can
in
check that.
Mexico? Is it in Peru?
What was the name?
Machu Picchu.
Machu Picchu?
Is it?
I don't know.
Yeah. Is it in Mexico? I think it's in Mexico. Oh
No,
no,
it's not.
that's Peru. It's
That's
it's
for
in Peru.
uh-huh.
Machu Picchu is
Mexico
for
City,
Aztec.
maybe the most Mexico,
Mexico
Pampanga.
City.
Just kidding.
Okay,
Mexico
charot is
City.
a term to say is kidding. Okay, for those people or our listeners who's not listening or who's not aware of the word charot. Okay, so that means joking. It's a gay lingo. Gay lingo means it's a playful word used by the LGBTQRSTULB community. I don't know. 'Cause there's a lot of there, and sometimes I can no longer pronounce it. But of course, I'm also part of that community. Okay, the what type of community? Again, it's the local government
Yeah,
community. LGU is it different? LGU community. Okay,
that's different. That's
Mexico. I think it was Mexico tourist destination. Let's try to check Mexico
Mexico
tourist spots.
City.
Oh,
Um,
oh,
there are like also like islands or beaches, I think.
islands of beaches.
Mm.
Okay, Mexico City would really be a top destination.
Guad-
Um,
Guadalajara, I think. It's part of the Mexico
Guadalajara.
because of the
Yes.
tequila.
Mayan ruins. I think that's really something familiar. The Mayan. Imagine when we what was the ending of Mayan calendar 2020. 2012. Can you remember that shot, that moment where people are panicking because that's the end of the world?
Oh, yeah, the end of the world, but I don't remember the
So they're
reason.
thinking about the end of the world for 2012 because of the Mayan calendar. Have you heard of that, Marian? The Mayan calendar. So Mayan
Yes.
are like the old. It isn't really since say old people. Maybe we will be bashed by the beer, but we respect culture and of course tradition. So that's what they have there. Mhm. Mayan calendar. And they do have a lot of beaches in Mexico as well. If we could see here, Mexico City would really be a top destination. I think they just recently elected a female president in Mexico, correct?
Oh, you really have researched. You really researched the history of Mexico. I don't know.
Yes,
I'm not
because
familiar
it's in
with
Pampanga.
oh,
That's different.
Mexico.
One of, it's different, of course.
I thought you do the research.
Mexico are our Latin cousins. They're our Latin cousins. You could ask, how many Garcia do we have in Mexico? How many Santos do we have there? The surnames are the same. Zorro is from Mexico, right? They're both Guadalupe,
But
Mexico. So those are things we have in common. Both has been slave with Spain for years, but I think we Philippines have been had their freedom first before Mexico, so they have a longer history before their non-independence. All right,
Mexico and
I'm
Spain
not.
are different, right?
Pardon?
Mexico and Spain, Mexican and Spanish are different,
Yep,
right? Mm.
they're different. So Mexico is just a colony of Spain before because of their Spanish and
Mm. Okay.
tequila. Yeah, you got it right. Tequila, agave syrup. So they're the same. It looks like a pineapple. It's a really huge plant, with a lot of sugar. So that's the one of the famous drink that they have. And do you know the process of making tequila is from Philippines?
Oh, I don't know that.
They try to imitate the process of making lambanog, and
Oh,
that has been incorporated in making tequila. So this is just a change, really a big change in of traditions, culture.
we
So
have a huge
it's
part of
they owe it to us.
yeah, we have a
The
huge part of
tequila.
tequila process.
Yes, tequila.
Tequila
That's the
shot.
reason why Mama Oni mentioned. Do you have lemon? Tequila. If you're not familiar, guys, Mama Oni is a famous Filipino celebrity. Okay, she's a YouTuber, a content creator. All right, you
Mm,
can search that out and comment down through our comment section. Some people
yeah.
would say comment down below. Then where are you going to comment? At the top? Of course, you should comment down already, and then they say below.
Comment
So you should say
below.
comment below.
Comment below.
Yes, comment down, comment on, diba? Come on over, baby. So then there's definitely an influx of words there, but I hope you were able to understand what we mean. Okay, so
Mhm.
it's an influx. It's really a bastion of culture with Mexico. Yes,
Mhm.
Miss Universe, very dramatic, right? The what's going on? Why did Miss Mexico win? Do you think she deserves the win? Of course, we're not here to criticize about because we're talking about top tourist destination. Okay. Let's
You
see. Next
um
destination that we have.
Mexico is part of United States. So I think United States is also included in the top destination.
Mhm.
Yes, United States is our top three
Oh,
destinations with 70.4 million arrivals, international arrivals. How many states that United States had? Is it still 50?
I don't know,
Or
but
did it
yeah,
increase?
it's a lot.
Our uncles sometimes the state would would increase. We don't know when would that happen, but there's a lot. USA is a really big country. Um it's a melting pot of culture as well. If you consider there's a state that is highly influenced by France. There's a state that highly influenced by Mexico, and then some other like places like Hawaii that is highly influenced by Philippines. There's a lot of Ilocanos in Hawaii. So if you're not familiar people who is listening to our podcast, Ilocanos are our northern people in the Philippines. They're located in Ilocos Norte, Ilocos Sur, and you would say consider a lot of Region 1 and Region 2 are Ilocanos. So that's how you call the people. And the first OFWs or overseas Filipino workers in the Philippines. So they are people who's working in abroad to bring home dollars. Yeah, remittance. When time of Gloria Macapagal Arroyo, our president in the Philippines, that's how we have survived the global economic crisis because of OFWs and BPO, because people are paying, dollars directly. Good job, Gloria, and I hope that's a really good contribution you have for the country, and it made us who we are today. I'm a product of BPO. You could consider yourself a product of BPO industry as well, right? And same with Marian. Marian, have you heard? Can you try to sing, Marian? Can you try to sing the story of my life, searching for the right? Okay, that's different. Okay. What do you think are other destinations in USA that
New
you
York
would
City.
want to visit? New York,
Yeah,
yes.
Grand Canyon or the Times Square also, I think.
Wow,
Yeah.
Grand Canyon. I love Grand Canyon. Is that where you could see the Naruto, Hokage, in Grand Canyon? Or is it there? Or is it different?
It's different. It's
No, it's
different.
in a different. It's
Yeah.
different. Okay. Yeah. How
It's
about the
Statue of
Statue of
Liberty.
Liberty?
Yeah.
No. There is a myth. I don't think it's you can call it a myth, but they're saying the Statue of Liberty is really made out of bronze, but they have painted it because um of the rusting, the color. So it doesn't give like a really good color. So they have painted it that way, like a bluish, blue greenish hue that they have. If I would go to USA, I think I want to visit Alaska, right?
It's Cold.
because nothing can defeat Alaska. It's a famous Filipino.
Alaska man.
It's a famous Filipino term, okay? They would say, quote unquote, wala pa ring tatalo sa Alaska. So it means, in English, nothing can defeat Alaska, right?
Yeah, yeah, that's
So that's
true.
I have. It's a good destination. I think you can see the northern lights. Other than for northern lights is Aurora Borealis. At the same time, I was heavily influenced by. Have you heard of the of Pinay in Alaska?
Like
In Tik
the
it's a TikTok
No.
yeah, the Alaskan king crab. Yeah, and the salmon. Yeah, yeah, I know.
yeah, I remember her. She would do that. I was like, okay, I wanna do it as well. I wanna eat the king
Yeah,
crab and the salmon.
the
Right?
salmon. It's just a natural. That's just like a regular day for them eating Alaskan king crab and the salmon, right?
Yes. And it is like what we eat here in the Philippines are salmon belly and salmon head. Like
Yeah,
what are we doing, people? Why do we need to suffer this much? Why can't we afford a regular salmon?
salmon.
Why do we need to resort to belly and the head?
Yeah,
Anyways, I love, sinigang salmon. There is sinigang is a tamarind based soup here in the Philippines. It's sour, usually sour because it's tamarind. Sometimes could be exchanged with guava and others sour alternatives. So I would usually fry the head first because it would give me like a chicharon flavor. So those of you who don't know what's chicharon, it's like a chicharon in Mexico as well. Or I think that's really a a
crispy,
completely
crispy,
English term, like a fried pork. A crispy fried
crispy
pork.
fried. Yeah,
It's really good. You
that's
know,
actually good.
it's mouth watering. So that's a dream destination for me with USA. Okay. As we already able to figure out the following countries: top 1, top 2, top 3, top 4, top 5, top 6, top 7, and top 9. We are left with two countries, 8th and 10th destination. What do you think is still in the run towards America's joke? That's okay. So run for our top destination.
Mm,
Mm.
Greece.
How about, yeah, Chris? Yeah.
Yes, Greece. Okay, because what else? It is something that would smoothen out everything, right? You would need it to fry things,
Agree.
to, of course, saute things. It's
Greece.
Greece. The number one lubricant. Lubricant means you wanted to lower down the surface friction. So that's why it means lubricant. For people who are thinking of other things, that's still lubricant. Soaps are considered lubricant. Oils are considered lubricant. And grease is a lubricant. Of course, we're not talking about the actual grease, which is a form of polycarbon. Of course, I studied that when I was in college, polycarbons. I studied chemical engineering, by the way, people. If you're familiar, if you're aware of chemical engineers, it's the most difficult
Mm,
engineering field in the world.
yeah,
Yes. I still remember when I was in college, like that, if you would say chemical engineer, it would sound amazing. That's the reason I pick it up. But I do have a lot of regret picking that up because there's a lot of hardship there. I
challenges.
wasn't able to graduate on time. Imagine that. Woo!
But that's graduate.
If but I was still able to do it at the end of the day. For Greece, it's part of the Mediterranean countries. As I
Yeah,
mentioned, I think a while ago, since a lot of people is arriving through cruise, we could consider that not only with international plane arrival, so not only with air but also with water, body of water. And Greece is part. What would you call the white and blue um beach part of Greece?
yeah.
What's
Santorini.
that destination? Santorini. Yeah, Santorini. I want to go there. Like it's
And the Athens, Greece. I don't know if you guys familiar with that. The Athens.
yes,
Yeah,
it's not theirs.
it's Athens.
It's Athens.
I hope you know what I'm talking about. So if you have a Filipino humor, you would definitely be able to hit. All right, thank you. We were able to, get all those destinations. I think we would have the last destination, and that's for me to guess. Of course, I already know the list, and the last destination is Germany. Wow, we love our
Ooh,
German hot dogs. I wanted to thank both of you for having this with me. It was
thank
nice. I hope we were able to discuss and you guys were able to learn something. Thank you so much, Marian and Sha. We don't have that much of time, but I hope both of you have really enjoyed this conversation. For
you.
our
Thank
viewers, stay tuned next time as we are going to upload another episode of this podcast. Bye bye for now.